See how yellow those are. They're not god awful for being from 1990. Those are the original headlights. They've never been replaced. So what we're going to use is this Chemical Guy's headlight restorer. I've used it once on these about a year ago. And they got a little yellow since then, but nowhere near as bad as they were. So we're gonna hit these things up real quick. What up, Chris? How you doing, man? Just dicking around in the garage today. I'm gonna hit these headlights up with this Chemical Guy stuff. I don't know if you're catching the first couple minutes there. We got this Chemical Guy stuff. We're gonna hit them up with these, with the buffer. Turn down here. I want to hit this thing full speed. That might be a little too much. Let's see what you got talking about here. Yeah. We can get it in here for just a few minutes and see. It's already a little difference just hitting it. I'm gonna set you guys back a little bit. It's probably loud as frick on your ear balls. I'm gonna set this back just a tick. I could wet sand them and do all that jazz, but this truck sits 360 days out of the year. Switch over to the foam pad. Man, that stuff works wonders on Chrome. Oh, that thing pretty googly. Like new money. Definitely took a lot of that yellow out of there. I mean, they're not going to be perfect by any means. I mean, they are from 1990. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man? Let me take you guys out of this mount real quick. So that's a Chemical Guys product. Said I did these probably a year ago with that same stuff. You see, I can't get a good angle. Yeah, that's a little better. So let's see how. Let's try it at the same angle over here. A little bit of difference, huh? A little better. A little better. Like I said, they've been on here since 90. So they ain't gonna get but so clean. So I don't, yeah, a little better. For hitting it for what, a couple minutes there. I think I might switch over to the foam and try that. They're slicker than eel shit, that's for sure. Let's get you back on here. I'm gonna switch over to the foam pad. Let's see what the sun coming through there. Let's see if we can get you along. I really can't get them both in there. But it is looking better. You can kind of see the difference. Driver's side one's a bit foggy. And poor truck, it just sits and sits. And it goes outside and sits in the sun. And it comes inside and sits even more. I'm trying a new buff pad there. It's a terry towel buff pad. They're supposed to be, you know, the bee's knees for polishing your cars and such. So I figured I'd give it a whirl. Let's see how much of a mess I can make with this. There you go. So it's a little dry. Dry, a little thick. Whoop. Turn around. A little much. Spread that around some. Really soaks his stuff up. Come out of there. There you go. I'll give you a good dollop there. know, for something quick, you know, you just want to bring a little life back to that. You know, maybe get you another, you know, if you daily something and you clean the headlights, you might get a couple months out of that before you have to do it again. But that's slicker than eel shit, that's for sure. You might get a couple months out of that, you know, with weather and stuff. You know, if you're in like my northern states where you have inspections and stuff and they fail your headlight because it's a little yellow or the hot spot's not there like it's supposed to be, that might get you by a little state inspection, you know, until you can afford to get some headlights. But it's not bad. Honestly, you see the yellowing of that one. So there's a good bit of difference between the two. You know, it ain't like night and day, holy shit, it's brand new again, but there is quite a difference. Something, oh, excuse me you guys, I know I'm twisting you all over the place, but we'll work on that one. And let's see. The video really makes that headlight look a lot better than what it is, honestly. That headlight is rather yellow. That shows up a little better, doesn't it? Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can actually see the stuff in the background. Yeah. Yeah, doing it from the top angle right there, you could definitely see a difference. Definitely see a difference in that. What I've got, 10 minutes in that? Not even 10 minutes. Just hitting it with the buffer. You know, it'll get you down the road. For a little while at least. Until you can afford to get some new headlights. If that's what you gotta do. But that is, the chemical guys. You know, like I said, those are factory headlights from 1990. But that's what I'm using. It's not doing a bad job, honestly. This foam pad's sucking this stuff up too. I don't have a whole lot of product in there yet. Yeah, that stuff really works good on that old plastic chrome. I got a bit of a sheen to the old girl. I can't get too crazy because I don't want to have to do the whole damn thing. Probably 15 years ago I matte blacked the inside of that. It already looks slightly better. You know, and I'm not taking a whole lot of time. doing that. Something quick enough, just bang it out, But that already looks good. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Welcome in from the UK, even. I could probably wet sand that and, really make a project out of it. Like I said, I don't even drive a truck at night, so it's not like it's necessary for me. I could spray paint them things black and never have any trouble with it. But this one, it's still a little rough. It's still a little rough. It's not slick like the other one yet. I'm gonna hit it some more and bring it out a little bit more. It's already looking a lot better than what it was. It doesn't look like it's nicotine stained. So I'm gonna hit it up for a few more minutes. See what happens. I don't know. I might get a bug in my butt and wet sand one and out the other and see how well it turns out. I'm sure a lot of that yellowing is on the inside and not necessarily on the outside. I hit it. I probably got about 8 minutes on the other side, So that one turned out really well for just a few minutes of hitting it with the chemical gas stuff. Take a couple more minutes to do that one. Some more. Not much going on today. I'm waiting for the lsswap Fox body guy to hit me up and let me know he got his electric cutouts, and then we're going to get that in here and do the exhaust on it. Not bad for a 36-year-old headlight. Oh yeah. Muy bien. Well, that don't look bad. It don't look bad for a 36-year-old headlight, right? That turned out pretty good. Just for a few minutes, you guys were here the whole time. just a few minutes of hitting those with that Chemical Guys headlight restorer. You know, like I said, I probably could have wet sanded that, but this is what I used. I don't know if you're going to get those results that they show on the bottle, but you're going to get some results, that's for sure. You know, not bad. Not bad. It turned out pretty good. I just hit the amber just for shits and giggles. You know, brighten the lens up a little bit. Hey, Village. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. I know you're busy doing your thing right now. Yeah, actually, it really did help out on that chrome some, didn't it? Almost makes me want to just go ahead and hit the rest of it, but I know that's going to open up a Pandora's box. And I'm going to be in here flat blacking it again and doing this and doing that. That doesn't look too shabby. Doesn't look too shabby. That helped out a lot, considering how yellow they were. You know, let's call it 10 minutes of headlight. You could definitely spend more time. Maybe get a smaller, get one of those small 2-inch buff pads so you can really concentrate your efforts. But just hitting it with a foam, just hitting it with an old foam pad that's, it's dead for doing, body work, but it worked perfect for them headlights. Turned out all right. I'm not hating it. Not hating it at all. Cool. No Chemical Guys. I'll patch you up for the next one. That's for sure. They turned out rather well, considering. Cool. Man, UK, what time is it in the UK right now? You either up super early or up super late. One of these days I'll repaint this old girl. Rock chips for days. When we bought this truck, my father bought this truck from an old man that used to own it. And it had a bug deflector on it, one of those old school black plastic bug shields on it. And I took it off. When I bought it from my father, I took it off, and this was all what was behind it. I think it must have been towed behind an RV or something back in the day. Yeah, all them rock chips. It'll get repainted eventually. Mustangs first, then I'll do that one. But them headlights come out pretty good. None too shabby. Not for, doing it with a, for a cream cleaner. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. My wife is messaging the crap out of me right now. Yeah, not bad. Sweet. I'll do it. I'll live with it. Next year I'll do it again. It's been about a year since I've done them, and they were a whole lot worse than what they were. Even the markers come out a little, but they're more faded than anything. The marker lights are more faded than anything, especially in the corners. Sitting out in this Florida sun, it ain't very nice to them. How faded that yellow is now. It looks pretty good. I appreciate everybody watching for a few minutes. Not a very long live for me. Usually I do them for about 4 or 5 hours and hang out and talk to people, but I just wanted to get on and do a little something while I was doing nothing. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be going live later today with the LS-swapped Fox body. We're going to be doing full exhaust and shop shenanigans, I'm sure. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching.